From her small town in West Virginia to the Women's Boxing Championship title, CHRISTY SALTERS MARTIN had a life journey filled with the kind of challenges and traumas that would break most people. But her story of determination and triumph over adversity is an inspirational tale that has etched into the history of boxing as a sport built on survival of the fittest. Actress SYDNEY SWEENEY took on the task of bringing CHRISTY to life on screen and giving the audience an unrelenting look at the dark shadows behind the bright lights of the ring in the chilling boxing biopic, CHRISTY.
You must be the lady I've been hearing so much about.
Yes, sir. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. King.
Now tell me about yourself. Jesse here says that you fight in all pink.
I'm from West Virginia.
What's that got to do with pink?
Nothing, sir. I'm just telling you about myself.
Yeah, pink was my idea.
Movie star SYDNEY SWEENEY, known for her starring roles in Euphoria, Anyone But You, and Marvel's Madame Web, understood it would be a daunting task to transform into the formidable boxer CHRISTY Martin, a name and personality well known within the industry. But it was a task made easier by the support from the boxing champion herself, because the real-life CHRISTY gave her blessing and endorsement all the way through the process of making and then releasing and promoting the film, offering the kind of encouragement that gave SYDNEY, director David Michaud, and the entire team behind the movie the validation they needed.
Judita da Silva, Arise Play, Nigeria. And now we see in the early stages of CHRISTY's career that part of what is so fascinating about her is she doesn't outwardly present like how fierce and dangerous and capable she is once she's in the ring. So how did you go about working out the physicality of your performance so you could show that contradiction to who she was as a boxer?
Well, I had the fortune of having CHRISTY with me while we were filming. So I worked with her during prep and then on set, and I just observed her and got to know her. And there was so much footage of her out there, interviews, fights, her book, her documentary. So I was really able to dive in and dissect who she was and different like physical and mental attributes that would really show that juxtaposition. And I physically changed. I trained for 3 months. I gained 35 pounds for the role. So it was a huge transformation for me, but there were a lot of different layers, like you said, to CHRISTY, and just having her there with me, being able to ask questions.
World champion right now. You think you what makes the world turn. But one day you're gonna wake up and realize that it turns just fine without you.
A tragic but significant part of CHRISTY Martin's story is her personal life, from her struggle to gain acceptance from her mother and even self-acceptance, to her seeking refuge in the worst place imaginable. It was a delicate and important job to depict that part of CHRISTY's story, especially her relationship with her trainer, manager, and then husband, James V. Martin, played by actor Ben Foster, to haunting and disturbing effect, because James was a man who was emotionally, psychologically, verbally, and physically abusive towards CHRISTY, almost to the point of fatality.
The other part, like we see that CHRISTY's in a emotionally, psychologically, and then physically abusive marriage and relationship. But because of how the film maps it out, from that early scene, where she sleeps with her coach for the first time, it's shot in a way that we feel that's kind of self-inflicted abuse. And that's kind of a timeline of when the abuse begins. So were you aware that we're going to structure this in a way that we can show the complicated dynamics that exist for a victim of abuse?
What I loved about working with David Michaud is he truly handled a lot of those issues and the scenes that touched on domestic violence with a lot of thought and care. He knew the importance of the subject matter. He knew the importance of Christy's story, and everyone on that set did as well. And I think that the way he mapped it out was, like you said, like a beautiful way of tragically telling the story of someone falling victim to mental, emotional, and physical abuse. Because sometimes it's not just physical. Sometimes you can be mentally trapped within a home. And I think Christy felt all of those layers.
What are you doing sneaking around behind my back?
Snaking around. Hey, Dad. I think I want to come home.
You want to lose your trainer, your career, all of it?
Honey, you are like family to me. I am worried about you. I've heard some stuff.
What stuff?
There's no Christy Martin without me.
I need help, Mama. He's angry at me all the time.
Oh, Christy. You sound crazy.
Not only did Sydney Sweeney take on the responsibility of playing the eponymous lead role in this biopic, she also served as a producer on the film, so her commitment to getting the project made and made well was amplified, particularly as she understood the significance of Christy being an historically necessary biography about a pioneer of the sport of boxing.
And with like the responsibility you took on with this project in front of the camera and behind the camera, now you step back holistically as the project. As an artist, do you feel satisfied that this is what you wanted it to be and how it turned out to be?
I'm so proud of it. I think that Christy will be the most impactful story that I'll ever tell. It means so much to me. She's changed my life, and I hope that she and through this movie can change and save other people's lives. It'll be something that has touched me forever.
Well, congratulations, Sydney, on the movie, and thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
If you leave me, I'll kill you.
Do what you have to do. I spent half my life hiding. It's my house. It's my things. It's my gym.
Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, have I got a treat for you.